Some breeders believe the Golden Boy Sweater should always be kept pure. Others believe its true potential is unlocked when it's crossed with the right bloodline. But here's the question. Is there really a best cross for Golden Boy Sweater? Or is that one of the biggest misconceptions in gamefowl breeding? Today, we'll separate myths from breeding principles and discover what experienced breeders actually consider when planning a successful cross. Welcome to Chicken Matter Talks, where we explore the history, bloodlines, genetics, and fascinating stories behind some of the world's most respected gamefowl families. Before we begin, I need one small favor. If you enjoy educational documentaries like this, please support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribing to Chicken Matter Talks. Every like, every subscribe, and every respectful comment helps us continue creating well-researched documentaries for gamefowl enthusiasts around the world. Our mission is simple: to preserve knowledge, explore bloodlines, and help breeders make informed decisions through education. Now, let's begin. Among the many respected gamefowl bloodlines, few names attract as much attention as the Golden Boy Sweater. Known for its striking golden hackles, athletic build, and impressive presence, this bloodline has earned admiration from breeders across many countries. But with popularity comes one of the most frequently asked questions: what is the best cross for Golden Boy Sweater? Some recommend Kelso, others prefer Hatch. Some believe gray or roundhead creates a better balance. So, who's right? To answer that, we first need to understand why breeders make crosses in the first place. The history of the Golden Boy Sweater. The Golden Boy Sweater is one of the most recognized families within the broader sweater bloodline. Over the years, it gained popularity because of its attractive appearance, strong physical structure, and the careful breeding programs that helped maintain its consistency. Like many respected bloodlines, its reputation was not built overnight. It was developed through years of observation, careful selection, and responsible breeding. This reminds us of an important lesson. A respected bloodline is never created by chance. It is the result of patience, planning, and consistency over many generations. If a bloodline is already successful, why do breeders cross it? The answer is surprisingly simple. Every breeding program has different goals. Some breeders hope to improve overall balance. Others aim to preserve desirable family traits while introducing new characteristics from another carefully selected family. Responsible breeders don't cross birds randomly. Instead, they study pedigrees. They evaluate structure. They observe health. They compare consistency across generations. And only then do they decide whether introducing another bloodline makes sense for their long-term breeding objectives. Because successful breeding isn't about chasing trends. It's about making informed decisions. Over the years, several Golden Boy Sweater crosses have become popular topics among breeders. One of the most frequently discussed is the Golden Boy Sweater cross Kelso. Many breeders appreciate this combination because Kelso families are often associated with balance, intelligence, and consistency, making them a popular consideration in breeding programs. Another commonly discussed pairing is the Golden Boy Sweater cross Hatch. Some breeders choose this combination when they want to blend the strengths of two respected bloodline families while maintaining careful selection over future generations. Others explore the Golden Boy Sweater cross Gray. Gray families have long been valued by many breeders, making this another frequently mentioned combination in breeding discussions. Finally, there is the Golden Boy Sweater cross Roundhead. Roundhead bloodlines have earned worldwide recognition over many decades, leading some breeders to experiment with this pairing depending on the goals of their breeding program. But here's something extremely important. Simply combining two famous bloodlines does not guarantee outstanding offspring. The quality of the individual birds, their pedigree, their health, and the breeder's long-term selection process remain far more important than the names written on paper. Is there really a best cross? Now we arrive at the biggest question of this documentary. Is there really one best cross for Golden Boy Sweater? The honest answer is, no single cross is universally the best. This may surprise many breeders, because on the internet it's common to hear statements like, "This cross is unbeatable," or "This bloodline always produces better offspring." But responsible breeding is rarely that simple. A successful cross depends on many factors: the quality of the individual rooster and hen, the strength and consistency of their families, their pedigree, their health, their physical structure, and most importantly, the breeder's long-term breeding goal. A cross that works well for one breeding program may not produce the same results in another. That's why experienced breeders avoid searching for a magical formula. Instead, they focus on understanding the birds in front of them, because great breeding begins with careful observation, not assumptions. Common mistakes when crossing Golden Boy Sweater. Over the years, many beginners make the same mistakes. Let's look at some of the most common ones. Mistake number 1. Choosing a cross based only on popularity. Just because a certain combination is trending doesn't mean it fits your breeding goals. The most successful breeders don't follow hype, they follow their breeding plan. Mistake number 2. Ignoring the pedigree. Two birds may carry famous bloodline names, but if their family history is unknown or inconsistent, the results can also become unpredictable. This is why accurate breeding records remain one of the most valuable tools any breeder can have. Mistake number 3. Changing direction too often. Some breeders try one cross this season, another cross the next, and something completely different after that. Without consistency, it's difficult to evaluate what is actually improving. Great breeding programs are built over years, not weeks. Mistake number 4. Focusing only on the bloodline name. A famous bloodline does not automatically guarantee outstanding offspring. The individual quality of the rooster and hen still matters far more than the label attached to them, because every breeding family is only as strong as the careful selection behind it. What experienced breeders actually look for. So, what do experienced breeders pay attention to before making a cross? First, they study the pedigree. A well-documented family history provides valuable insight into consistency across generations. Second, they evaluate health and vitality. Healthy breeding stock creates a stronger foundation for any long-term program. Third, they observe body structure and overall balance. Good conformation and structural soundness are qualities many breeders aim to preserve. Fourth, they practice patient selection. Instead of making quick decisions, they observe birds over time and make breeding choices based on evidence rather than excitement. And finally, they stay committed to a clear breeding objective. Because without a destination, every breeding decision becomes a guess. Did you know many of today's respected breeding families became well known not because of one extraordinary cross, but because breeders consistently selected the best individuals over many generations? This reminds us that successful breeding is usually the result of discipline, observation, and patience rather than luck. Which cross makes the most sense? After everything we've discussed, you may still be asking, so which cross should I choose? The answer depends on one important question. What is your breeding goal? If your objective is to preserve the characteristics of your Golden Boy Sweater family, then maintaining consistency within your breeding program may be your priority. If your goal is to introduce carefully selected traits from another respected family, then any cross should be planned with patience, reliable pedigrees, and long-term evaluation. Remember, there is no shortcut to building a respected breeding family. The most successful breeders don't simply ask, "What's the best cross?" Instead, they ask, "Will this cross move my breeding program closer to my long-term goal?" That single question often makes all the difference. Because successful breeding isn't about chasing the newest trend. It's about making thoughtful decisions that remain consistent over time. The Golden Boy Sweater has earned worldwide respect for a reason. Its reputation wasn't built by luck, and it wasn't built by searching for a magical cross. It was built through years of careful selection, responsible breeding, patience, and consistency. Whether you choose to maintain a family or carefully introduce another respected bloodline, always remember that the quality of your breeding program matters far more than the popularity of a bloodline name. Because in the end, the best cross is not simply the one with the biggest reputation. It's the one that consistently helps you achieve your breeding goals through responsible selection and sound breeding practices. If you enjoyed today's documentary, please support Chicken Matter Talks by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Every like, subscribe, and respectful comment helps us continue producing educational documentaries about gamefowl history, bloodlines, genetics, and responsible breeding. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which Golden Boy Sweater cross have you seen produce the most consistent results in a breeding program? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's keep the discussion respectful, educational, and helpful for breeders around the world. Thank you for watching another documentary from Chicken Matter Talks. Our mission is to explore the history, understand the bloodlines, study the genetics, and preserve the knowledge behind some of the world's most respected gamefowl families. Remember, every great breeding program begins with knowledge. Every respected bloodline is built through patience, and every generation is an opportunity to learn something new. Until next time, keep learning, keep observing, and keep preserving the legacy of great bloodlines. We'll see you in the next documentary.